Do you recognize how beautiful you are?
No.
You don't.
Ever wondered what happens when Hollywood's elite take plastic surgery too far? From facelifts gone wrong to botched Botox, these celebrities didn't just change their looks, they changed their careers. You won't believe who's on this list. Number 35, Sharon Osbourne. You won't believe what Sharon Osbourne looked like after her facelift in 2021. Even her husband, Ozzy Osbourne, was shocked. Sharon Osbourne is no stranger to plastic surgery, but a facelift she had in late 2021 ended up making her look like a cyclops, in her own words. I had a full facelift done in October, and I looked like one of those fucking mummies that they wrap with bandages. She told the Sunday Times in April 2022, adding, "It hurt like hell." You have no idea, Sharon said, that after the more than 5-hour surgery, she was left looking horrendous. Adding to the surgeon, I'm like, you gotta be fucking joking. One eye was different to the other. I looked like a fucking cyclops. I'm like, all I need is a hunchback. Even her husband, Ozzy Osbourne, was aghast at the results. Sharon revealed he assured her, I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone. Fortunately, her face has since settled with the reconstructive work, and she's now satisfied with her appearance.
And I kind of looked like Quasimodo because I had one eye here, one eye there, and my mouth was all kind of like this.
Number 34, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton admits that her look is artificial, but what surgeries has she had to achieve her iconic appearance? It is true, I look artificial, but I believe I'm totally real, Parton told CBS Sunday Morning back in 2019. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glam. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I make the most of anything I've got. The country legend has admitted to a few cosmetic procedures, including breast implants, a brow lift, and eyelid surgery.
And that's kind of how I look, but I like to think I'm a little more than that.
Number 33, Tara Reid. Once a rising star from American Pie, Tara Reid's career took a nosedive after some unfortunate cosmetic decisions in 2004. Tara Reid got her big break in The Big Lebowski, which she parlayed into becoming a late 90s, early 2000s cinema staple, with starring and supporting roles in American Pie and its sequels, as well as Josie and the Pussycats and Van Wilder. Unfortunately for Reid, when she went under the knife in 2004 for breast implants and liposuction, it had a negative impact on her career, as well as her self-esteem, leaving her with rippled skin on her abdomen from the lipo and deformed nipples from her breast augmentation. My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing, she told CBS News. I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work.
And I'm like, wow. And at that moment, I thought, this is what it's about. Like that moment that I'll never forget.
Number 32, Laura Flynn Boyle. What happened to the Twin Peaks beauty Laura Flynn Boyle? Her drastic transformation has left fans stunned and confused. Laura Flynn Boyle was a beauty on Twin Peaks from 1990 to 1991, and she was just as stunning during her tenure on The Practice from 1997 to 2003. However, around the early 2000s, her lips began to look noticeably larger. By 2006, after Las Vegas was canceled, her work began dwindling. The erstwhile TV A-lister was relegated to TV movies and guest roles. That may well be because the brunette beauty has become almost unrecognizable. But Boyle's struggles may actually be a symptom of a larger problem in Hollywood. Number 31, Joan Van Ark. From soap opera star to a ghost of her former self, what went wrong for Joan Van Ark? Former soap opera star Joan Van Ark, famous for Dallas and Knots Landing, has looked like a ghost of herself since the late 2000s. Since her run on The Young and the Restless ended in 2005, she's landed only bit parts, including, ironically, 2 episodes of Nip Tuck, TV movies, and voiceover work. Number 30, Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was more known for her surgeries than her comedy towards the end of her career. Here's why. Comedian Joan Rivers was no stranger to going under the knife. She was so familiar with it that the public, especially those who were born past her career peak, were more familiar with her affinity for plastic surgery than her comedy career. Rivers shared with Anderson Cooper, Every weekend, I just go in and I do something new. I get a 10th one free. It's like a little coffee, you just keep going, as reported by the New York Daily News. Although it was a joke, there was some truth to the remark, as Rivers' daughter Melissa staged an intervention, feeling her mother had surpassed what's appropriate when it comes to cosmetic procedures.
No one to say, do you remember? And that is very difficult.
Number 29, Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis has been open about her surgeries and why she regrets almost every single one of them. This entry also comes with a bit of an asterisk, since Jamie Lee Curtis is a boss who's only gotten better with age. But her efforts to fight aging actually hindered her work temporarily. In a 2002 interview with More magazine, the Halloween star admitted to having several procedures, including liposuction and Botox, and that she didn't like the results of any of them. She even suffered from a painkiller addiction post-op. However, it was surgery on her under-eye bags that she said actually hurt her ability to make a movie, though she didn't specify which film it was. Since then, Curtis has been unapologetically herself. In 2012, she wrote a blog for the Huffington Post, decrying the obsession with anti-aging.
With some integrity.
Absolutely.
And taking back the power.
Number 28, Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams swore she would never go under the knife again after a painful experience. Here's what happened. Williams has long been an open book about cosmetic tweaks, admitting to both regular doses of Botox and multiple all-therapy sessions. It hurt like hell the first time I did it, and I swore I would never do it again. But 3 months later, my makeup artist asked what I did and said my face was really tight and looked great, she told New Beauty in 2018.
I'm lucky enough to have a team of hair and makeup people that make me look good in front of the camera.
Number 27, Lisa Rinna. Lip fillers gone wrong? Lisa Rinna's famous pout has a story that may surprise you. Lisa Rinna became virtually unrecognizable after lip fillers gone wrong in the mid-80s. She told Hoda Kotb on the Today Show in 2013 via US Weekly. Here's the story. 25 years ago, I had my lips injected with silicone. Stupid thing to do at 24. I saw beaches. I did it with my best girlfriend, so she and I went and we got our lips done. Fine. I have it like that for my whole career, right? So then, cut to a couple of years ago. I have a doctor remove as much as they possibly can because it got to the point where they were yucky. They get hard, it's gross. They are now whatever that was after they took out as much as the silicone as they could. Many speculated that Rinna's puffy pout cost her a lot of work in Hollywood. She's been relegated to small television roles for the bulk of her career and is now known primarily for her reality TV role on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I am like, praise Jesus. I am so thrilled.
Number 26, Linda Evangelista. Imagine being a supermodel, afraid to show her face in public. That's exactly what happened to Linda Evangelista. You'd presume that if anybody were to be supremely confident in their looks, it would be a supermodel. Unfortunately for Linda Evangelista, such was not the case. The model, who grew to fame in the 1990s, underwent a cool sculpting procedure that many people opt for instead of liposuction, as it's used to remove fat from your body. Unfortunately, some patients are left with a condition called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, which Evangelista unfortunately suffered from. I tried to fix it myself, thinking I was doing something wrong. I go to where I wasn't eating at all. I thought I was losing my mind. The rare side effects of the procedure left Evangelista with bulges on her body and a newfound desire to stay out of the spotlight. I loved being up on the catwalk. Now I dread running into someone I know, she added of her shift in confidence post-procedure. Other models of her day, like Christy Turlington and Christy Brinkley, are still modeling to some degree, something we can only assume Evangelista would be doing too, if it weren't for the botched plastics.
And in the pictures, I was very, very dark. It was like, it wasn't body makeup.
Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley went to a doctor who wasn't even certified. What happened next was beyond shocking. Presley was long known for her natural beauty, so people were shocked to see what happened to her face when she decided to have work done. TMZ reported that the star visited a sham cosmetic surgery doctor in 2003, who injected her face with industrial silicone that was typically used in automotive parts. The doctor later went to jail, and Presley had reconstructive surgery, but her face never looked like it was before the botched surgery. Not only have fans not been kind about her plastic surgery, but neither have TV critics. The Spokesman Review published an incredibly nasty article when she was on Dancing with the Stars, for example.
For a mother, you know, who, when they lose their child, a lot is lost of them too as a parent.
Number 24, Courtney Love. From rock star to plastic surgery regrets, Courtney Love's transformation had everyone talking. But what exactly did she have done? And why? Courtney Love, the queen of 90s grunge and the frontwoman of the band Hole, has always been a polarizing figure, and her journey with plastic surgery is no different. Known for her edgy style and raw, unapologetic persona, Love's decision to undergo cosmetic surgery surprised many of her fans. She openly admitted to having a nose job, which she revealed during an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2014. "Yeah, I got my nose fixed," she confessed to Kimmel. "In 6 months, the whole world changed." The transformation was dramatic and became a point of discussion in the media. Many believe the surgery softened her look, making her more Hollywood and less rock and roll. But it wasn't just her nose that drew attention. Courtney has been rumored to have had additional work done, including lip fillers and possibly a facelift, though she hasn't confirmed these. In her typical candid style, Love has often joked about her cosmetic choices, embracing the transformation while also acknowledging some regrets. Over the years, she's become more reflective about her decisions. "I don't know if it was worth it," she's hinted in interviews, referring to the mixed public and personal reactions.
Let's just be real. I had a really big nose, and that schnoz was not taking me anywhere.
Number 23, Olivia Colman. Even Oscar winners can't resist a little nip and tuck. Olivia Colman tried Botox, but her story might surprise you. The Oscar-winning actress opened up about trying Botox back in 2015. "I have done Botox and I loved it, but I've done it when I know there's a big gap between roles," she said, according to the Mirror. "I didn't tell my husband, and then for about 6 months, he kept saying, 'Hello, pretty.'"
How much Botox have you had?
Hey, none.
Oh, I've had loads.
Jeez, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Number 22, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian has some cosmetic procedures that she ended up regretting, and she wasn't afraid to admit it. Kylie Jenner is not the only KUWTK star who admitted to going overboard with fillers. "It did not work for me," Khloe said regarding face fillers. "I looked crazy, and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. Khloe has since been the subject of cosmetic procedure rumors and finally admitted to having undergone a nose job. Number 21, Valerie Bertinelli. A TikTok comment led Valerie Bertinelli to open up about her experience with Botox and what she really thought of it. After receiving a comment that read, "The Botox looks great," Valerie opened up about her past experience. "I know you didn't mean that as a compliment, but let's talk about it, shall we?" she shared in a video shared on TikTok. "I have tried Botox. I hated it." She added that she decided to try Botox because she was always annoyed by her genetically puffy eyes. "I've always wanted those deep set eyes. Don't have them, never gonna get them. So just live with it," the Food Network star continued.
Puffy eyes, which they've always annoyed me. I've always wanted those nice deep set eyes. Don't have them, never gonna get them.
Number 20, Anna Faris. Anna Faris took inspiration from a movie role to make a big change to her appearance. Find out what she did. The comedian wrote candidly about trying lip injections and getting a breast augmentation in her book Unqualified. "I started getting lip injections in my upper lip. I did it for a little bit and I noticed a small difference, but no one else ever said anything. I kept wondering if anybody else even noticed." She eventually stopped getting injections after a friend commented on them. Her role as a Playboy bunny in The House Bunny inspired her to get her breasts done shortly after marrying then-husband Chris Pratt. Number 19, K. Michelle. R&B singer K. Michelle is removing her implants, and her reason might surprise you. The R&B singer is planning on having her butt implants removed. "For me, I want my normal shape back. K. Michelle told B. Scott of having her butt implants removed. For me and my career right now, and me doing business, like really being on the front line in business, I don't need to have a man looking down at my ass when I'm trying to talk numbers. I don't need to not be able to get the role.
And you have been through hell ever since, correct?
Yes, it was the worst decision of my entire life.
Number 18, Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields tried Botox once, but what happened afterward scared her away from more cosmetic procedures. The model told Ladies Home Journal back in 2010 that she tried Botox, but is fearful to do more. I want laser treatment because I'm not a fan of my wrinkles, but I have to find someone with a light touch. I'm scared I'll end up looking like the Joker, she said.
Yep, they're Crocs because they matched my dress. I had double foot surgery 3 days ago.
Number 17, Kristen Davis. Fans couldn't stop talking about Kristen Davis's face when she returned to Sex and the City. But why? While Kristen Davis may not have entirely ruined her career with plastic surgery, the cosmetic procedures she has done to her face have certainly made an impact on how fans perceive her and her abilities to express emotion. The beloved star has kept working in the years since Sex and the City ended, but she never found a role that put her on the same level as Charlotte York. So, people were thrilled when Davis returned to the role that made her a household name when And Just Like That made its debut on Max in 2021. Though fans were excited to see Davis, many were talking more about her face than her performance, and they did not have nice things to say. Davis was a target on X, formerly known as Twitter, which then led to a slew of coverage in big publications that targeted her supposedly unrecognizable look.
The thing that's hard for me is whenever you guys tell me how long it's been, I mean, it's just weird.
Number 16, Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith says she didn't realize how much her surgeries hurt her career until it was too late. Melanie Griffith's career peaked in 1988 with her Oscar nomination for Working Girl. Unfortunately, she started going under the knife circa the late 90s, according to the Daily Mail, supposedly opting for procedures to her lips and possibly a facelift. The results did not restore her natural beauty. When Porter magazine asked Griffith if she realized how much her surgeries impacted her negatively in Hollywood, she responded candidly, "No, I didn't realize until people started saying, 'Oh my God, what has she done?'" she said. "I was so hurt. I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all this shit that this other woman doctor had put in. Hopefully I look more normal now." Alas, the hypercritical hordes of social media users have not been kind. "Most people are telling me I look horrible," she told Us Weekly in 2012. "The tweets I get are really nasty." Number 15, Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda isn't shy about admitting to plastic surgery, but why did she decide to be so open about it? In 2010, the acting legend candidly wrote about plastic surgery on her blog. Bob Evans complimented me on my new short haircut, and I said, "Thanks. I just had some work done on my chin and neck, and the bags taken away under my eyes, so I decided it would be good to get a new haircut so people would think it's my new hair." He thought that it was so funny, he actually toasted me for doing what he said he'd never heard anyone do before: admit they'd had work done. I was planning on blogging about it anyway, so who cares? Now I look more like how I feel. I'm glad I did it.
But, I am what I am.
Number 14, Rupert Everett. Rupert Everett went from a rising star to barely being cast. Could plastic surgery be to blame? Rupert Everett may no longer be an in-demand Hollywood actor, but he was for a time expected to catapult his scene-stealing appearance in 1997's My Best Friend's Wedding into a blockbuster career. There are many theories as to why Everett's career ultimately fizzled, and plastic surgery is one of them. Then again, even the actor himself admitted in an interview with the Daily Mail that his lack of that movie star quality may have been the true reason why he stopped getting cast. He has also blamed coming out of the closet as gay as a potential explanation for why he was unable to climb the ranks of show business. When it comes to his cosmetic work, Everett has rubbed someone the wrong way by denying having had any procedures, despite people putting together photographic evidence to the contrary. In 2009, photos of the actor looking shockingly different came out, with many tabloids speculating about the specific procedures he had done. For instance, a plastic surgeon hypothesized to Starr that the actor had likely gotten a facelift, a chin implant, and Botox. Though he denied having surgical enhancements, Everett claimed the perception that he had done so damaged his career. Number 13. Robin Wright. Robin Wright loves Botox, but there's a twist in her story that you might not expect. Robin Wright loves Botox and isn't afraid to admit it. Everybody fucking does it, she told The Telegraph in 2014. I suppose I can't say everybody because I don't know for sure, but come on. It's just the tiniest sprinkle of Botox twice a year. I think most women do 10 units, but that freezes the face and you can't move it. This is just 1 unit and it's just sprinkled here and there to take the edge off. Perhaps it's not wise to put that in a magazine, but I ain't hiding anything. Number 12, Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox went to extreme lengths to maintain her youthful look and ended up regretting it. Courtney Cox revealed she regrets certain procedures she has had done to keep up with Hollywood standards. Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I think I was trying to keep up with being older. I have done things that I regret, and luckily, they're things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, because that's not always been my best look, she said during a 2016 appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls. Number 11, Lisa Kudrow. Lisa Kudrow had a life-changing surgery at 16. Discover why she decided to do it and how it transformed her. The Friends star called her rhinoplasty at the age of 16 life-altering in a 2013 interview with the Saturday Evening Post. I went from, in my mind, hideous to not hideous. I did it the summer before going to a new high school, she said, so there were plenty of people who wouldn't know how hideous I looked before. That was a good change. Number 10, Cardi B. Cardi B has been open about her cosmetic work, but she's had regrets that she now warns others about. Cardi B took to her Instagram in late 2022 to share her plastic surgery regrets, telling fans that they should stay away from enhancing their features. In August, I got surgery, and I removed 95% of my biopolymers. If you don't know what that is, it's ass shots. It was a really crazy process, she detailed. All I'm going to say is that if you're young, if you're 19, 20, 21, and sometimes you're too skinny, and you'd be like, oh my God, I don't have enough fat to put in my ass, so you resort to ass shots, don't. The Hustler star has been candid about her cosmetic work in the past, once revealing that she paid $800 for illegal silicone shots. She underwent the procedure in a basement in 2014.
They praise thick girls, they praise ass, they praise thighs, they praise all of that. Like
Number 9, Meg Ryan. America's sweetheart Meg Ryan shocked fans with a transformation that made headlines. Well, what really happened? Meg Ryan was America's sweetheart, but in 2003, she looked like a different person and took a lot of heat for that. That, combined with the dissolution of her marriage to Dennis Quaid, which was rumored to be a result of her affair with Russell Crowe, and taking on roles incongruent with her girl next door image, damaged her career. The media attention didn't help. All of the tabloid attention really shook her up, a source told People. She was deeply troubled by it. It contributed to her stepping away from Hollywood.
So I never felt like I was, maybe you can't do anything about how people perceive you and what box they put you in.
Number 8, Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger, once one of Hollywood's great beauties, left many wondering about her dramatic change in appearance. Kim Basinger was for many years known as one of Hollywood's great beauties. She was a huge star in the 1980s, appearing in movies like Batman and the James Bond film Never Say Never. Her success continued throughout the 1990s, peaking in 1997 with her Best Supporting Actress Oscar win for LA Confidential. She has kept working in the years since, but as Basinger's face transformed from familiar to foreign, the quality and quantity of roles coming her way were significantly impacted. Since she has not herself discussed her cosmetic procedures, it is not confirmed what work Basinger has had done to her face, but not having confirmation has never stopped tabloids from speculating. In a 2023 Express article written in response to pictures of passenger leaving her daughter's baby shower with a clearly altered face, a top plastic surgeon suggested that passenger had gotten Botox and fillers. A second doctor thought she may have had facial fat transfers and or a facelift. Nevertheless, passenger has maintained that it was merely a healthy lifestyle and diet that has kept her skin looking so youthful. Number 7, Jocelyn Wildenstein. Dubbed the Catwoman, Jocelyn Wildenstein's transformation shocked the world. But what was the real story behind it? Jocelyn Wildenstein is a poster child for plastic surgery gone wrong, says Dr. Young. The Lion Woman of New York reportedly underwent dozens of plastic surgeries, all in a misguided attempt to win back her husband. Dr. Yoon thinks she may have undergone a brow lift, facelift, lip pumping injections, chin augmentation, fat grafting and or cheek implants, upper and lower eyelid surgery, and canthopexy, a procedure that elevates the eyes to give them a cat-like appearance. Number 6, Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag's decision to have 10 surgeries in one day shocked fans. But what's her biggest regret? In fairness to Heidi Montag, the Hills star has not yet established a huge career when the series ended. But getting 10 plastic surgeries in a single day in 2010 did not help her extend her 15 minutes of fame. This was after she'd already gotten rhinoplasty and breast implants. She talked about her big day of surgeries with The View. Montag elected to undergo a brow lift, liposuction on her inner thigh and outer thighs, fat injections in her cheekbones, scooping out her back, ear pinning, rhinoplasty, breast implants, and chin shaving. And she reportedly regrets it all. Number 5, Cher. Cher has always been open about her surgeries, but what is the truth behind the rumors? Cher has never been shy about discussing plastic surgery, but she won't admit to what work she hasn't done. If I'd had as much plastic surgery as they say, like I got ass implants and calf implants and cheek implants, the music legend told ABC in 2002, I've had the same cheeks my entire life. No butt lifts, no ribs removed. If I want to put my tits on my back, it's nobody's business but my own, she said. Number 4, Donatella Versace. From a fashion icon to a cautionary tale, Donatella Versace's look is one of a kind. But is that a good thing? The first thing one notices about Donatella Versace is her overly plump upper lip. Natural lower lips tend to be about 50% larger than the upper lip. But in Versace's case, the proportions are reversed, yielding what Dr. Yoon calls a trout pout. In addition, the designer skin looks waxy, possibly the result of multiple laser treatments.
Be true to yourself.
Number 3, Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke's journey from Hollywood heartthrob to boxing and back left his face and career changed forever. Mickey Rourke took a respite from acting in the early 1990s to pursue a boxing career. He won 6 out of 6 matches, but paid a steep price with his once devastatingly handsome face. He underwent a series of plastic surgeries to try to correct the results of his injuries, but the outcome hurt his prospects in Hollywood. Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together, he told the Daily Mail. I had my nose broken twice. I had 5 operations on my nose and 1 on a smashed cheekbone. I had to have cartilage taken from my ear to rebuild my nose, and a couple of operations to scrape out the cartilage because the scar tissue wasn't healing properly.
I'm going to do it my way, and I made a big mistake.
Number 2, Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson, the self-proclaimed world's first supermodel, has had more than just one transformation. Here's her story. Janice Dickinson boasts that she's the world's first supermodel, but there isn't much of the world's first supermodel left. The brunette beauty admitted to having a facelift, tummy tuck, facial fillers, and botched breast implants, which she got fixed on the show of the same name. They all cost her. Dickinson filed for bankruptcy in 2013. Radar Online reported, much of it allegedly owed to cosmetic surgeons. Luckily for Dickinson, $1 million of her debts was erased a year later. In addition to the actual costs of her myriad procedures, Dickinson also may have paid for her surgeries in terms of her career successes. Models unfortunately have expiration dates in the problematic and often sexist fashion industry, and the combination of Dickinson's age, puffy appearance, and often difficult attitude has caused much of her work to dry up. She had fewer than a dozen acting roles over 2 decades, but she's appeared as herself on a number of TV shows. Number 1. Michael Jackson. The King of Pop was almost as famous for his face as he was for his music. What really happened to Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson will always be the King of Pop, but toward the end of his life, he was more notorious for his bizarre appearance and his scandals than for his hits. Jackson is believed to have undergone numerous plastic surgeries, including several rhinoplasties as well as skin bleaching. However, in a tell-all with Martin Bashir, Jackson insisted, "I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I've had 2 nose jobs as I can remember. Yeah, just 2. Plastic surgeon Pamela Lipkin speculated to ABC News, "What I think has happened recently is that something in his nose, a graft, an implant, something has now come out through the skin, and that's why he's probably got a hole in his skin. They're called nasal cripples. People whose nose have been done so many times that there is no nose really to breathe through. Michael Jackson has what we call an end-stage nose, a crucified nose, one that's beyond the point of no return."
I mean, how do I go and say that, of course, I thought you were more beautiful before. I thought you were younger. I thought you were fresher looking. I thought you were healthier. What's done is done.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more juicy Hollywood stories. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more celebrity secrets, scandals, and surprises. See you next time.